Hey there, everybody. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, Universal Baseball Association Facebook group. Join, check it out. I received this box in February of 2020, and I just put it to the side. I think I remember what it was. I'm not sure what it is. I never opened it. I'm going to open it now. So this is a real unboxing here. And I don't really know what it is. I have a feeling I know what it is, but I'm not totally sure. So I don't want to say anything until I see it. And I really wanted to open it on camera as well. Let me try to get this side now. So what is that, about 2 years ago? I received this 2 years ago and never opened the box. Not totally sure what's in here, but I'm sure it's a blast. Then we can play with it. Okay, so one box and another box. Okay, so here it is. You got one box and another box. Ba-bam. Inside Pitch Baseball. All right, good game. Definitely a good game. Needs some simplification of certain little aspects, but it's plays fun. And let's see what we got. 2007, standard box that you get. It's like a pizza box type thing. I'm playing a game here. Just put those cards in there. Oh, this is actually the whole game. Now, unfortunately, they changed all the charts. So here I got the whole game from somebody who's just it wasn't right for them. So here are all the charts. I never really received the rules that are now defunct, outdated. I guess I can, but I don't care about this stuff anyway. Little tweaks here and there. It doesn't make really a big difference for me, but I can. So this is the 1985 season. And of course, all the cards are in color. Where are my Mets? There they are. Oops, sorry about that. I just noticed that I was. All right, let's Trying to kind of keep this open here. There we go. All right, so Shea Stadium. This home run is like 0 on every park. I don't really know why they have it. It's 0, 0, 0, 0. It doesn't really matter what park it is. They're all 0. So why do you have something if it's everything's going to be 0? But hey, anyway, it is what it is. All right. So let's look at my 85 Mets. Lenny Dykstra, Wally Backman, Ray Knight. This is going to be the team of 86 World Series. This is already they're putting together. Gary Carter joins the Mets. Darryl Strawberry comes into his own. George Foster's on the way out, the $1 million loser. Howard Hojo, power and speed. Rafael Santana, defense. Danny Heap, clutch, hitting off the bench. Rusty Staub is still with the Mets. Too bad he wasn't with them in '86. Ron Reynolds, backup catcher. Ron Gardner, kind of utility guy. Christensen, utility outfielder. Clint Hurdle, another outfielder. Chapman. So these are some guys from the early 80s that are on their way out. Mookie Wilson, he's been around a while, and he comes into his own. He's a good center fielder. Here comes Keith Hernandez again, offering leadership. Dwight Gooden, an outstanding performance in '85. That's his pitching card. Roger McDowell, Ron Darling. I think I'm going to have a game with these guys. I'm going to play a game with these guys. Maybe the first series of the season, something like that. Ron Darling, here's his pitching card. He was 16-6. This is one of the better years he had. He had a couple of really dominant years. This was one of them, 16-6 with a 2.90 ERA, 250 innings pitched. So he would go deep into the game. You've got Ed Lynch, Sid Fernandez. He was 9-9 with a 2.80 ERA, 170 innings pitched. Rick Aguilera, 324, 122 innings pitched. Lights out, Jesse, the lefty closer. Jesse Orosco, 273. Doug Sisk, had a very poor year, but he bounces back. Leach had a good year with 2.91 ERA. Tom Gorman, Calvin Schiraldi, Bill Latham, Roger McDowell. Now, I didn't say I'm looking for, he had a good year, 2.83 ERA, 127 innings pitched. Dwight Gooden, lights out, 24-4, 150 ERA, 276 innings pitched, 198 hits, 268 strikeouts, 65 walks, so he even had good control. Only 65 walks and almost close to 300 innings pitched. Pretty amazing. And I can see myself playing a game with this in a little while. Why not? So good stuff. I'm lucky to have all this great stuff. I'm not big on hoarding stuff. I'm trying to kind of organize everything so I can move some stuff out and just have what I feel is kind of quality stuff that I'm going to be playing with. I'll keep some PDFs, but I'm moving out PDFs because you can't really sell them. You can't give them away. You can't trade them. You can't do anything with them. I just don't want to store partial seasons with PDFs. It just takes up space, and I want to know what I have so I can play the different seasons. So that's pretty much it for 1985. Now, 1985, the Yankees had a very good team as well. The Mets had, let's see if they have the card. What did I do with the card? The ballpark card, I think, has the, there it is, has their record, right? Or it does not. No, it does not have their record. I wish it did. Ballpark card does not have, but I don't know when this set is from. Let's see, the Yankees. Are the Yankees around? The Yankees had a good team. I replayed 2 months of this team with the Status Pro, but then lost the stats. Yankee Stadium, again, 0. It's always Butch Weiniger was the catcher. Don Mattingly batted .324 with 35 home runs, almost 150 RBIs. Imagine that. Jeez. Willie Randolph, really poor defensively. Look at that. He's all the way down to a 2. Doesn't make many errors, but he gets the +1 for turning double plays. Bobby Meacham played shortstop. He's a 1. So they had a horrendous defense. Pagliarulo, a terrible 2 at third base. Ken Griffey, outstanding defensively in the outfield and left field. Primarily, he played left field. Ricky Henderson, the center fielder, again outstanding. And Dave Winfield, 3 5s in the outfield. Wow. Don Baylor, one of my favorite players. Had a poor season at .231. Walked a ton, though. He walks, well, he didn't actually walk that much. He's got versus left, he's got a 15, but versus righties, he only got an 8. He did hit 23 home runs. And stolen bases, none. So he's starting to slow down. Mid-70s and late 70s, I think he was at the top of his game. Here's another veteran catcher, Ron Hassey, Danny Pasqua, who plays also the outfield. He's a 5 in the outfield. Wow. I don't remember him being a 5. It's like the best you can be. Andre Robertson, utility infielder type. Dale Berra, another utility infield type with 100 at-bats. Omar Moreno played with the Yankees a little bit, 136 at-bats. Omar Moreno, he used to be a Pirate, very speedy. Stole, let's see how many bases he stole here. 1 stolen base. Henry Cotto, he played only 56 at-bats. Rex Hudler, Scott Bradley, 49 at-bats. Juan Bonilla, 16 at-bats. Second baseman. Espino, a backup catcher with 11 at-bats. Ron Guidry, 22-6 with a 3.27 ERA, pretty impressive. Phil Negro, 16-12 with a 4 ERA. At Yankee Stadium, it's just not pitcher friendly. Pitchers are not going to have good ERAs. Joe Crowley, 12-6 with a 3.95 ERA. Ed Whitson, 10-8 with almost a 5 ERA. Holy smokes. Dennis Rasmussen, I don't know why they have ERA because that's not really representative of his ability. I would rather see whip there because that tells me, does he let a lot of guys get on base or does he not let a lot? Because ERA could be like, a couple of guys hit home runs on you, but you dominated most of the game and maybe you gave up 4 hits and they happen to be, 2 walks and 2 home runs in 5 innings, so you have a high ERA. But you only gave up 2 hits, right? and 2 walks, and which is not too bad. Dave Righetti, 12-7 with a 2.78 ERA and 100 innings pitched. He's their closer. Bob Shirley, he has a starter and relief rating. Brian Fisher, he's a reliever. I'd like to play a couple of games with this team as well. 1985. 1985 was a good season. 1985 was a good season. Don Cooper, another reliever, 10 innings pitched. Joe Crowley. That's a weird color. This color. Oh, this, you know what? I think this is one of the extras. One of the extra players, Joe Crowley. Maybe. Oh, no, not really, because look, 159 innings pitched. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Different color. They're like a light blue. Anyway, what is this all about? I don't even know what this one is. So that's about it. So this is 2 years ago I received this, and there it is. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Remember to join Universal Baseball Association. We got a lot of great content. We got some great contributors there that do a great job, and they always keep new stuff coming up. We don't have constant sales of items all the time. We talk about the items, and there's access to where to find them, but we're not trying to sell you stuff all the time. You can also, if you had something you wanted to sell, like right now, I have an extra GoPro and I'm looking to move it. If somebody's interested, I'll trade it for like some cards or something interesting that I can use, books or something, and that sort of thing. So anyway, this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. I will see you guys soon.